all you challengers out in challenging land. Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with day number 7 in the blues challenge. And today we're going to talk about the blue note. At this point, you probably know how to enter the challenge, but if you don't and you want to win an ukulele from Flight, go ahead and check the information in the description. Printable tabs for everybody is linked in the first comment of the comment section. That's free for everybody for the challenge. And if you like those tabs, think about becoming a Patreon. The blue note, what it is, very powerful tool. Let's go ahead and grab the ukulele brain attention span. Follow me on in and let's break down exactly what it is. Come on in, let's do it. Day 7 is the blue note. What is the blue note? Well, if we look back at the scale for shape 1, we have open C string, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret. So the intervals of this, a scale is a collection of intervals. We have the C note, which is the 4th interval. That's why C7 is the 4 chord. Flat 5th, our passing tone, which makes it the blues scale instead of the pentatonic. The D note. The D note is the 5th. That's why D7 is our 5 chord. Okay. Now, when we get to the F is the flat 7. But the F is also the note that turns a G into a G7. If we make a G chord and we make a G7, we see the only difference between these two notes is this note here, right? Open G string, open G string. 2nd fret of the C, 2nd fret of the C. G note, F note. B note, B note. So this F is the one that turns your G into a G7, and that's why this is the flat 7. The G note is our root note. G blues scale, G note. That's what makes it the root. And when you're actually improvising the solo, you want that to be the last note. This is where it gets interesting. B flat note is the last note, because once we get to C here, we restart. So this is what's known as the flat 3rd. But our B7, or our G7 chord, has a B note. So our scale has this note, but our chord has this note. If you look at a G minor and a G major, the only difference between these two notes, G minor, open, 2, 3, 1. G major, open, 2, 3, 2, is these two notes. This note makes a minor G, and this note makes a major G. That is a long explanation of breaking down what this concept is called. And it's called the blue note, because this is the note that is the exception to the theory. This is the rule-breaking note. This is the note that shouldn't be here. And because of that, it's what gives blues a unique sound. Playing on those two notes is known as the blue note. And one easy, fun way to do that is hammering on the 1st fret to the 2nd fret. So we're going to do a little riff, hammering on here with the quarter note, 1, 3rd fret with our ring finger, 1st fret with our index, back to the 3rd fret, and then back to the 3rd fret. So we get 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, one more time, nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Just mixing it with a G7. One strum pattern, one measure, right? Mixing up the strum patterns, but that's all I'm doing. because the riff is 4 beats, meaning 1 measure. So what I do is I essentially remove a strum pattern, and then I can just drop the riff in there. When you take something out of your blues, you have to replace it with something, because the magic number 12 is what we're trying to maintain. So if we pull something out, or if we add something extra, we need to take something out or add something to keep that number at 12, to keep it balanced. So what we're going to do is we are going to use this riff over measures 2, 4, and 8. Okay? So nice and slow. What we're going to do is we'll strum the G7, do the riff, strum the G7, do the riff, strum the C7 2 times, G7, riff, and then we're going to do our new turnaround from yesterday's lesson. So here we go from the top. And this would be what you would use for your entry. So here we go from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'd be back at the top. All right. So that is the blue note. Now, that is the explanation, and that is the entry. We used it as a rhythm-based idea. You can use this in your soloing as well, but you have to remember one thing. You cannot do this over the C7, and over the D7 you can, but I would use it even more sparingly. So when you're improvising, let's say the first 4 measures, someone's strumming a G7 for you. Fair game, have fun. But when he goes to the C7, because the C7 does have this B flat. So if you hammer to the B, you're getting away from your note in the C. So the C, you won't actually use that hammer on. So you're only using it over the G7 or the D7, which when you're soloing is going to give your soloing a lot of flavor. Again, that's a more advanced reference for my more advanced learners out there. If you're just getting comfortable with the concept, just as a rhythm idea works great. All right, that was the blue note. That's kind of a big deal. You're starting to become a blues master. Okay, and until next time, rock and roll. Have a lovely day. 10 Thumbs Pro. Minor third, major third, minor third, major third, minor third, major third, minor major, minor major, minor major, minor major. Reet, 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 reet. Ah, Jaws the shark. Even though that's actually root minor second, root minor second. We're talking fidgeting, crazy mode. Okay, thank you so much for watching to the very end of the tutorial here at 10thumbspro.com. We really appreciate you making it this far, and I appreciate you challenge yourself and pushing yourself and adding a blue note to your playing, because it really does make your blues sound more sophisticated. All right, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling, yeah. Keep on rocking and rolling, yeah. Rolling Stone doesn't collect any moss. I think the grammar is too good on that. Rolling Stone don't get no moss. That sounds a little more bluesy. All right, until next time, take care.